Hey, look at that. I think things are working.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, knock on wood. Or knock on compressed, I don't know, something.
Yeah.
Fiberboard.
All right. Levels.
Levels.
All right. Hey, a couple of days ago, Lisa and I watched a video on YouTube.
Not sure that's news. You guys seem to do that a lot.
Okay, seriously, man, you take a breath and suddenly you just lose the mic.
That was a comma. That wasn't a period. I just jumped right in the middle of that. Sorry. Please continue.
It was the video was the 20 bands that need to stop touring for their sake and ours.
Okay. Anybody we know on that list? Can't
The
believe
Beach Boys.
Yeah, I've seen them. Can't believe they're still alive and healthy enough to tour. Yep, I'll buy that. Yep, that tracks.
Um,
Okay.
barely on both counts, but anyway, let's see. Also, the Rolling Stones.
Another band from the 60s? Sure. Is this just a list of really old bands?
No. Some were newer, not old, just bad.
Like who?
Yes,
What?
not what. Who?
Oh, I get it. Third base.
Yep, right. They were also on the list.
I guess I would classify The Who as old. You said there's one that wasn't old, just no longer good.
Yep, Bon Jovi. Wait, didn't you guys just pay to fly to New York and then pay to see them?
Yeah, we're going to get into this. So buckle up, toddlers. Hi, toddlers. Welcome to Talking to Todd, a weekly podcast with Dwayne Johnson and Todd Prinz, where failure and throwdowns are always an option. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Todd.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Them's fighting words.
I'm look. I watched a video. I'm just reporting what the dude said.
So here's the thing. I would
Yep.
say we saw Bon Jovi in Omaha 4 years ago on the last tour.
Yep.
And after seeing him in Omaha on that last tour before his vocal surgery, I think both of us in this household would have said, yes, absolutely, they need to stop touring because he sounds terrible.
Okay.
Because it was bad. We did not get our money's worth in Omaha. Yes, we saw him, but
Good
it
news.
was not.
The good news is though, Bon Jovi get their money's worth.
Yes,
From
well, they
you.
did. I believe that tour was called Because We Can.
Who's going to
I'm
stop
not,
us?
I'm not making that up. That tour was
Really?
called Because We Can. And maybe it was the tour before that was Because We Can. I don't remember. One of their tours was called Because We Can fleece you for a whole lot of money. Anyway, however, I would like to know when that video was made because they sounded great. John sounded great in New York City. You could clearly tell that his voice is so much better than it was 4 years ago. And the concert was fantastic. I mean, so we were in New York City. The point of the trip, the original point of the trip was to go see Bon Jovi play one of these 9 concerts that he's playing in Madison Square Garden right now. And it's like Tuesday and then Thursday and then Sunday and then Tuesday, right? So he's taking a couple of days off, sleeps in his own bed because they're in New York, right? So, I mean, it's not a tour. They're calling it a tour, but it's not a tour. It's more of a residency at Madison Square Garden, which, it's it's Millie Bobby Brown's father-in-law played where Taylor Swift got married.
Oh. Well, why didn't you lead with that?
I should have,
Jeez.
right?
By the way,
Yes.
Bon Jovi, the Because We Can Stadium tour,
Yeah.
2013.
Oh, Jesus, I'm old.
So just, you missed a
So
bit there, but that's
we've
fine.
we've seen him twice since the Because We Can tour. Oh my God.
At least.
Three three times. I've seen him three times since I saw the Because We Can't. Yikes. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I would. So I didn't let you answer the question.
Mm.
When was that video produced?
It was fairly recently.
But before this tour launched.
Oh, I suspect. I also believe that this was probably an AI generated video too. Doesn't matter whether the good reviews were good or not. Look, you you got to feed the algorithm. So whether it's true or not, look, I'll tell you what I know, true or not,
True
and
or
it's
not?
YouTube.
Thanks,
It's
Joanne.
probably not. But yes, they were. But I was just, listening like, oh, okay, wow, that's a thing. And here's a band that there's no original members. Is it even the band anymore? Right? I believe it was the name of the band. Oh, it's right on the tip of my. It was the Ship of Theseus, was the name of the band, and there was some concern as to none of the founding members were, the ship, as everybody just
Frankie
refers to it as.
Frankie Valli and the Four Fill-ins. Is
Yeah,
that what that
that's
was? Yeah.
yeah.
What one? It should be when you see the Eagles in Las Vegas. It should be one of the Eagles because
Eagle,
at this point, Eagle.
eagle.
It should just be Eagle, not plural, because that's really all you're seeing. Even though Joe's been in the Eagles for 25 years, but not an original member.
Yeah, he counts. It's when Vince Gill gets on stage, you're like, this ain't right.
Yeah,
I
this
don't
ain't. Yeah,
wait.
this is not.
What?
No,
What are
no.
we
Yeah.
doing? Anyway.
Anyway.
All
Okay.
right, there we go. What are we doing? Oh, we're doing the show. Oh, hey,
We're just. I thought we were just talking, just hanging out.
you hit record. Okay, so where are we at with feedback, follow up, and updates?
Danny, we got a full car snort out of No Ice from last week.
Glad it landed.
Yep. You know how we did that? Maybe I said this feedback from Doug last week. We did a joke for one person, message received. I don't know. Did I share that with you?
Yes, I believe. Yes, I did.
Okay.
I do remember that one. Yes.
Message received. Doug got the one joke for one person. Yep. I didn't. I don't. I'm not sure. I got a whole lot. I got several other pieces of submitted content.
Oh, okay, but not necessarily feedback.
Not necessarily feedback. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
I got a picture from toddler number 6, David Batchelder, of him wearing his Talking to Todd shirt that he got at ToddCon 3 while he was on a cruise. So, repping the pod on the road. So, thanks for the promotion there. Appreciate you. Any corrections from last week?
No, at least not yet. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. There you go. A couple of World Cup updates.
Yeah.
You want to talk about this?
Not really, but
yeah, I figured not.
Please. Feel free to cover whatever it is that you need to cover. How to tell that your team got eliminated in a heart-wrenching way. Hey, World Cup. Can't wait for the Hall of Fame game to start. Real football. Yes. What did you have for World Cup updates?
So, for the round of 16,
yes,
all 16 winners had something in common. Todd, do you know what it was? This is not Todd on a no, but it is a quiz for Todd about the round of 16 matches.
Oh, I know this one. They scored more goals during regular time or during the penalty kicks.
That is technically true.
Nailed it.
Todd, what else did each of these teams have in common?
They were all people that FIFA president Gianni Infantino picked in his betting pool.
I'll also believe that. I think that's fair. Yes.
Sorry, it's not a betting pool. It's a prediction market. It's not betting. It's just predicting the future that you know it's going to happen.
Where you know the outcome. We're going to cover this later too.
Okay.
Um,
No, I don't know. All of them. Hey, here's the thing. I know what they were. All of the two teams that played, they were every single team that won was the alphabetical first of the pair of teams that won.
I don't think that's right either.
No, but now you have to do homework to prove that I'm wrong. So what did you have? What did they all have in common?
Every team that won had more sheep per square kilometer than the losing team.
Sure. Yeah. If only, here's the thing, if only Scotland could have made it to the round of 16, they
Oh,
would be.
If Wales had played in the round of 16, they would have swept. It wouldn't
I
even been
mean,
close.
if you would have gotten Scotland versus New Zealand, like people would be like, I don't even know who wins here.
So there's that. Same question.
Correlation doesn't always equal causation.
Yes, because shark attacks go up when ice cream sales go up.
Sure. Yep. Stop selling ice cream. We'll save lives.
That's right. Same question for quarterfinals. Obviously, the winners all scored more goals, Todd.
Yep.
What else did they all have in common?
They were all it was the top 4 seeds. For the first time ever in the history of the World Cup, the top 4 seeds all made it to the semifinal round.
That is also
accurate, but not the answer.
technically accurate, but not the answer. I was looking
Oh,
for.
wait. Okay, so no. Okay, wait. Sheep, and then England and Spain and Argentina, and it is the team that had the nope. See, so I was like, is it best food? No, it's not that. How about I'll just say this: it's the team with the most fire hydrants per capita that won.
Okay, now I'm going to have to go figure that out. God damn it. The answer that I have was
Yes.
the winner of every quarterfinal has been the country that has produced more popes. Argentina has produced 1 pope. Switzerland has produced none.
Okay.
England has produced 1 pope. Finland produced none.
Belgium.
Belgium, sorry. Belgium has produced no popes.
No. Sorry, Norway. You were
Norway.
closer. It
Norway
was
has
Norway.
produced no
Yep.
popes. Right. Yep. Anyway, yes.
Well, based on
France
that,
has produced 16 popes. Spain has produced none.
I don't know. The U.S. has produced a pope and still can't get through. So
That was for the round of 16. We didn't tally popes in the round of 16 because it didn't turn out correctly.
One's the sheep round, one's the pope round. You know what? That sounds like either a bad joke or a lawsuit. So we're just gonna stay away from all of that.
Sheep versus popes. Sign me up. Also, you remember the conversation that we had about how Americans think they can do anything? Americans were polled. Could you score a World Cup penalty kick? Todd, what percentage of US adults believe that they could score a World Cup penalty kick?
Well, 83% said, "What's a World Cup penalty kick?" So, y'all. But of those answering, I'm going to go with the same 83%.
You overshot.
75% was what I had in my head, to be honest.
Was what you had in your head. 18 to 29-year-old men.
Yeah. 172%.
Said 41% of them said yes.
Oh, okay.
Which is way lower than I thought and way higher than the real number.
Yes, that's true.
Overall, of all US adults polled, 19% of them thought that they could score. I still
and we
think
don't
that's
and we don't understand why we're not a dominant soccer country.
right.
How hard could this be? I just start running and then I stutter step and then I just kick the ball to where the goalie isn't and the net's huge. How hard could this possibly be?
It's simple. Tell them, Wash. It's very difficult. Uh, okay, I think those were all of the World Cup updates that I had. Unless you had anything else that you wanted to cover.
Not from the World Cup. Nope. Nope.
Okay,
Pretty
yeah, I
quiet.
figured you were ready to.
Yep.
I figured you were ready to move on.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. However, I do have soccer follow up. We will cover this a little bit later. But last night, Lisa and I went to America First Field, which is home of Real Salt Lake. And that means concession prices. We almost left without getting a picture, but I have proof we did get a picture. So,
Oh,
Dwayne, so this is an MLS stadium. They are selling Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer is the name of the sign, and Michelob Ultra is the sponsor of the beer. It's not necessarily that is the beer; they're the sponsor of the beer. I don't know how any of this works. How much is an American lager? Sorry, American lagers. I guess you get two because you get more than one. Well, that's a hell of a deal then. Apparently, it's lagers. I guess I don't know. Anyway, American lager,
they're
L
not
A
just.
G E R S, not Loggers. That's yeah.
It's
Sorry, I was repeating it multiple times, and I thought I should just clear that up.
timber.
Nope, that's Portland. Okay,
uh, 12-ounce beers, 16-ounce beers.
who knows? Let's call it 16. Sure.
$14.
Ooh, you know what? Give yourself a bell. It's $14.99.
Got the
Okay.
rights. Yep. Okay.
Now you want a premium beer, which implies that American lagers are not premium. So
Not
a
wrong.
premium beer. How much is a premium beer?
17 and 18.99.
Oh, you overshot. They went up to $1 more, $15.99.
Oh, I did
So
overshoot.
for $1 more, you can get the premium stuff instead of the whatever American stuff.
It's probably
And then
Stella. Yeah.
and then if you want a local beer, how much is the local beer?
Same price as the premium.
Nope, that's also $1 more. It's $16.99.
Oh,
Transportation costs.
because it costs
Wait,
less to transport the local beer.
yeah,
Got it. Now
yeah.
I'm tracking. Yes.
With those prices in mind, if somebody was dumb enough, well, not dumb enough, at kickoff time it was 80. No, sorry. At kickoff time it was around 96 degrees. So there was a bottle of Coke Zero was purchased to stay hydrated. Dwayne, based on those prices, standard bottle of Coke Zero.
$10.50.
Oh, you went way over. I paid $7 and I grumbled about it the entire time.
I I believe both of those things are to be true. Yes.
Also was not impressed when they asked for a tip.
For taking the cap off and taking the cap away from you? Yes, I'm going to tip you for that.
Ah,
No.
the people behind the counter let us know that they are because they're working the concession stand for free and they're just using the tip money to fund their youth football. Not clear, could be football, could be soccer. So they're just working for tips. At which point Lisa walks away and goes, they're charging $7 for a Coke and you can't pay your people. This is not right.
When we did that for Dowling at what's now the Casey's Pizzerina, when we did that for Dowling, we both got paid an hourly wage. 100% of the hourly wage went to the donation plus tips.
Yes. Yeah.
And
So
we got
either
some tips. We got both.
they were getting both and they told us, or two, they were getting paid and somebody forgot to tell the person who was running the register, or number three, our people here made a real bad deal.
Any of which could be true. I would
Multiple, which
believe
could be
any of
true at the
those.
same time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Surprised they're not just selling American beer, but I guess they are kind of selling American lagers.
Hey, What's more American than going to an arena, overpaying for beer, and not paying the staff a living wage? Welcome. That's American. That's as American as you can get. Sorry, I'm going to be quiet now so I play the other theme.
Speaking of, oh, I took our construction updates theme off the board, Todd.
You did, because you thought we were done for a while.
I thought we were done for a while.
And then you put in an update.
Yeah, 220, 221, whatever it takes.
You sound like a pretty handy guy there. Okay.
So we did it. So I was going through my list.
Yep.
Actually, Amy and I sat down and went through our list of.
Amy was going through your list.
That seems accurate. So we've got this running list of projects that we want to work on around the house, right?
Yeah.
And I went through and looked at it, and it's a checklist in Apple Notes.
Yep.
Right. So I can check things off. We have actually, I mean, we went through this whole funny thing about how you knocked off like 8 projects in the time it took me to get one done.
Yes.
And
the
then
time it took your contractor to get done.
Thank you. Yes.
Our contractor, it was time for our contractor to get done in front of your contractor, if we're just really being honest.
Yes,
but
that's
yes.
fair. So I went back to our list of home projects. We have actually knocked out 6 different home projects.
Ooh. Okay.
In the last year, which makes me feel a whole lot better about our ability to get stuff done around here. But I'm like, we actually, so we're looking at like, well, oh, we checked that one off. Oh, we checked that one off. Oh, hey, yeah, we checked that one off too. I mean, Amy got a new office downstairs, right? I mean, we all of these things that we got done. That I'm like, we did okay. We just didn't do it in the same time frame that you did. But yes, and then in the process of reviewing this list, we added like 3 things to it to do.
Sure. Yeah.
Over the course of the next year-ish.
Yeah.
Some of them I can still do pretty easily, and frankly could do myself without hiring a contractor. And some of them are definitely going to need external assistance. But anyway, so more home projects on the horizon.
I mean, if we're going to go back a year, technically, then on our list, item number 1, buy home.
Yes.
So we probably get credit for at least one more. What's your home project? Find one. Quickly. Yes.
Oh, now it's time for this.
And I'm here, Yes Queen, to remind Todd of the mess Todd made when he answered wrong. Todd ought to know.
That's right. That sound means it's time for America's favorite game. It is time for Todd Ought to Know. Todd, more World Cup questions for you.
Excellent. Just really feeling the spirit now. Okay. If there's a question about Argentina, I'm out.
So I'm going to text you a picture. I know these always go over so well.
Okay.
So when we were in New York City, there is a big, because one of the games is, well, it's in New Jersey, but one of the sites for World Cup was in New Jersey. So in Rockefeller Plaza, there was a big World Cup watch party, and World Cup fever was in New York. As a part of that,
is that part of the explosive diarrhea outbreak across the United States, or is World Cup fever different? Then are those different? Just
those are occurring in tandem. Those are occurring in tandem.
Okay. So here in Rockefeller Plaza.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, is that a giant FIFA World Peace Prize made of Lego?
It is a giant World Peace Prize made of Lego.
Or is it the actual trophy? It's the trophy. It's the World Cup massive, made of Lego.
Massive. And it is absolutely massive. Todd, I'm going to give you the first fast fact about the trophy.
Yep.
That trophy is 26.5 feet tall, including the plinth.
Oh, including the plinth. Interesting. Okay.
Including the plinth. Okay.
All right.
Todd,
Yeah.
how many bricks?
Question: is the plinth made of bricks, or is it just the trophy?
I'm assuming that the plinth is also. You want me to zoom in? Let me
I
see
mean,
if I can get you. You're just
from my
stalling.
side, it looks like that's a solid base they put that on, and the bricks start at the trophy level.
Let's see if I've got a better picture.
I'm more concerned about the life-size minifigs that are around it than actually anything else, because I'm not sure if those are minifigs or those are just Lego cosplayers that showed up. Okay.
No,
right.
the platform is
Non-Lego.
non-Lego. Correct.
Okay. All right. All right. And the Familia Sangria, whatever, is 12,000 pieces. Okay.
It is.
All right.
Yes.
Let's make it all right. So let's carry this 6. So 330,000 bricks.
You are low.
Okay. I will tell you this though, if after I get this one done, if you say look at the building behind it that is also made of Lego, how many bricks are in that thing, we're going to be done with this. Because it looks like it's made of Lego. Okay.
It does. Just really, really, really big Legos.
Yeah. I mean, offhand, I should answer 980 billion. But I feel like that's a little high. So I'm going to go with 750,000 Lego.
You're still low.
Okay.
By
by
almost a full Dwayne.
Okay. So we're going to say 1.5 million Lego.
1,363,402 Legos.
So when I guessed 330 or whatever, I was off by
a million Legos.
Yeah, I got the rest of it. I got the rest of it. Just missed that first one. Yeah.
How much does that trophy weigh, Todd?
Let's see. I mean, an individual Lego brick isn't that heavy. I could sit here and go, okay, an individual Lego brick averages in this thing, and then times 1.7 million, 1.3 million, and then divide by, okay. I'm going to say 2,000 kilos.
You're low.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
9,260 pounds.
Wow.
About 4.5 tons of bricks.
Here's the thing. At that point, you're at what, 9,200 pounds? Is that what you said?
Yes.
At that point, just start adding stuff to get it to 10,000, even 10,000. I mean,
right?
What are you doing?
Why, at that point, why not build the base out of Legos? Because
there'll be a structural issue. And
yeah.
New York has already seen what happens when you don't reinforce large, heavy objects well. You have to close off multiple city streets. The last thing they needed to do was to go, oh, we did it again with the trophy.
Imagine if that thing tips over in the middle of the night. Then you're just walking on. Ow! Oh. How long did it take to build, Todd? Last question. How long did it take to build? How many build hours did it take?
In build hours.
Build hours, yes.
I was going to go duration. I'm going to say they spent 10,000 hours building that.
You're actually high. 7,040 build hours. I'm sure somebody got billed.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Just doing some calculations there. Now, if they paid the same way that RSL pays, that means that their labor cost to build this thing is, let me check. Hold on. 0. Plus tips.
You could share all your photos of the Lego World Cup using the hashtag everyone wants a piece. Tag @Lego. If you wanted to. I didn't.
I would only say that, like, as soon as you say that, though, that makes it seem like you can walk up and take a piece. And there's plenty to have.
Right?
I mean, yeah. Huh. Wow. I also have to say, I'm going to be honest, they're like Lego sets. You're like, man, that looks great. That looks amazing. This looks terrible. Like this just looks terrible. Like it did not. This doesn't work.
We walked around the corner and went, "Oh, what the hell is? Oh, that's the World Cup trophy." It wasn't immediately recognizable for what
Yeah.
it was to me until I'm like, "Oh, that makes sense." Okay, yeah, they built the World Cup trophy. Okay.
I also wonder how much money Lego had to pay the World Cup for the rights to build the World Cup trophy. I'm guessing that was a lot.
Did they hand out a pieces prize?
Oof. Okay. All right. Well, we made it further than I thought, but okay. Yep. No, then it would be sponsored by Reese's.
Oh, that would be sponsored by Reese's. Should we do some idiots?
Sure. Let's do that.
What did you bring?
So Sunday here in Salt Lake City, we set an all-time high for recorded history of temperature. It hit 109 degrees, which is the hottest it has ever been recorded in Salt Lake City.
I thought you left the warmest place on Earth.
This was cooler than the other place. We moved up here for the coolness. 109 feels great. So that's not the idiots. Might be. We moved to where it's 109. However, according to the local newspaper, the Salt Lake Tribune, they had to run an article because as soon as the National Weather Service announced that we hit an all-time record high, came the conspiracy theories. So, claim number one that is apparently going around on the internet, they've moved the station so the readings can't be lined up over history. Now, yes, the station has been moved 1933, 43, 54, 60, 78, 94, and 2010. They even pointed out in 2010, they moved the station 0.6 miles south of where it was at the airport. This article points out by moving it 0.6 miles south, it would generally mean warmer temperatures. Wait, what? Basically, it should push the thermometer 1/100th of a degree warmer. Okay, so no, the station hasn't moved that much. Number two, the theory is, the surroundings around it have changed. It used to be on grass. Now it's on gravel. That's hotter. Okay. No, it's never been on grass. And also, the National Weather Service devices are designed to take into account what's around to get the reflection. And okay, that's fine. Yep. Number three, and I love this one. The station's readings now have a bias towards higher temperatures. It's reading hotter lately. Therefore, the thermometer must be biased to give hot temperatures. Andy Larson of the Salt Lake Tribune had to spend multiple paragraphs to explain that's not how this works.
That's not how any of this works. Do you think that it's possible that perhaps these conspiracy theorists have their red hats on too tight?
One of the things that the reporter actually did is work at the National Weather Service and correlate that official station with surrounding stations and found out that there isn't, for this particular station, there isn't a bias towards higher temperatures as it relates to other stations. However, when it comes to low temperatures, this one actually reads slightly lower than other National Weather Service stations in the area. So if anything, it's biased towards cold weather, not hot weather. Anyway, that's fine. And then I love this one too. Sunday's record wasn't legitimate. Why? Because other stations in Utah didn't record this 109-degree weather. Therefore, the official station at the airport recording 109 isn't official. You mean the place where we record the official temperature? Yes, but other stations also didn't record it, so therefore, not official. This is what journalism has become. Okay, guys. Guys, this is how we do this. Temperature is different in different places. I hate to tell you this. We pick a spot and we just measure at the spot. And that's what we call the spot. And sometimes the spot moves a little bit. Yes, it does move a little bit. But anyway, idiots of the week are all of the people who were upset. And by the way, I will tell you this. We were outside. We were actually outside near the airport when we hit the record. What I will tell you is anybody who goes, I don't think it was that hot, wasn't outside. It was that hot. Was it 109? I don't know, man, but we shouldn't be out. So anyway, there you go. There's what's happening in both weather and conspiracy theories in Salt Lake City this week. National Weather Service, not the idiot. Other people, look, here's the thing. You either need less tinfoil or you need more tinfoil to reflect the rays of the sun because it's baking your head. What I'm telling you is the amount of tinfoil you have isn't the right amount.
I seriously can't with people anymore, Todd. I just can't.
This is going fine. We're going fine. Everything's good. USA, USA. Anyway, how about you? Who'd you bring?
So, have you followed the story in the news? I think it broke this morning about the guy that's.
I don't read the news anymore. I just can't.
Except for the the weather forecast. The guy who has run the teleprompter for President Trump since 2016.
Okay. First of all, he doesn't use a teleprompter. That's for weak people. So I find this a fake news story, but please continue.
Right. Except until he bitches about how the teleprompter is broken and he can't read from it.
Well,
but he never uses them because
never
they're
uses
for weak people. He never uses them until it breaks, and then he bitches about it. So,
but that's not what we're here talking about.
No, that's not what we're here talking about. That would be a different idiot. In this case, the guy that's run the teleprompter for Trump since 2016 is now under suspicion and has been suspended from his job for placing bets on a certain platform where you can predict the outcome of, for example, whether or not the president was going to say a certain phrase or cover a certain topic in a speech. This person has apparently cleared $100,000 in the last year placing prediction market bets on whether or not the president will mention things or will not mention things in a speech that the teleprompter operator has prior access and knowledge of.
It's almost as if covering prediction markets was a thing. Yeah.
However, the White House spokesperson isn't concerned because everyone who works at the White House has the utmost ethics and has to follow ethical procedures. She said that at a press conference today.
I don't think that word means what she thinks it means, but okay. Yeah.
Do I need to play the other theme? Maybe I should just play the other. Should we just punch out of this?
I just
that was today's idiot from me.
Do we know whether it was Polymarket or Kalshi? Just curious.
I do not know whether one of those two you're not supposed to be able to bet on from the United States.
You're saying that somebody in the White House isn't following U.S. laws? Now it's time to punch out.
Okay. Travel stories.
Yeah, you guys made a trip. We
did.
You either had a good time or you have good content.
So I'll see how quick I can be with this. So we got to the airport in Des Moines, direct flight from Des Moines to LaGuardia, and we're standing around
because Des Moines within 1,500-mile radius of LaGuardia, if you can make that flight.
And so the counter called Amy and I up, and the agent says, so I have one first class seat, but I only have one upgrade that I can give. And she looks at me because I'm the one with status. But Amy and I are traveling together. And I said, give it to her. Quickly, give it to her. And Amy says, really? I'm like, yep, give it to her. I was in row 5. She was in row 4. We could almost reach out and touch each other.
Except don't do that because the curtain is closed. And riffraff like you aren't allowed to touch the people up front.
That is absolutely true. But I ended up with the entire row to myself, which was fine as well. And because it was the first row of right behind first class, I had maybe not quite as much legroom, but I had plenty of legroom myself anyway. The only thing that I didn't get was I guess I got free drinks anyway. But Amy got the upgrade, and I got points. I got bonus points.
Look at that. Perfect.
Right. Yep. So we started out with that on day 1. You remember how, was it a couple of weeks ago? I showed you that for Father's Day, Amy got me the Lego car.
Yeah.
With
Harry and Ron. Yeah.
And the rat and the blue car that's the logo for us. So we went to the Lego store, and Lucas and Hannah and Amy decided that not only did we need the Lego car that I already had, we needed Legos of us. So here's me in the white shirt,
okay,
and the red hair,
yep,
holding an award.
Awesome.
Because we're an award-winning podcast.
Of course.
Here's you, red shirt, dark hair, holding a microphone.
Excellent.
And we also got you a little dog.
Perfect.
We can just put him sitting right here on your lap. There he sits, dog on your lap.
Excellent.
While you're recording. And because the Lego create your own minifigures were 3 for $10,
yeah,
we also got Kevin.
Hey, look at Kevin.
He has a beard and long hair. I'm not sure why that, and he also has his own medal that he's wearing. He's an award-winning intern, and his legs don't bend because he's short, and he's an intern.
Got it.
We started out having Kevin, because each character, you get 5 pieces. You get legs, a body, a head, a hair or a hat or something, and then a piece of swag.
Okay.
And we started out with Kevin having a coffee cup because he was bringing us coffee.
Yeah.
Until we found the dog, at which point we lost the coffee cup for Kevin, and you got a dog. You got 2 pieces of swag.
Excellent.
But Kevin is shorter than the 2 of us. Anyway, so we now have Lego minifigures. I also found, when we were at the Lego store, the car that I have is the smaller version. There is a larger version of the car that's also available.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. I know, right? Kevin might fit in our car. I don't think either of us would actually fit in the one that I have. Anyway, as we said, Amy and I went to Bon Jovi on Sunday night.
Yes.
When we were at the Bon Jovi concert, Lucas and Amy opted out of the Bon Jovi concert, and they went and saw Operation Mincemeat with Stanley Tucci.
Okay, wait.
Let me clarify that.
Yep.
He was not subbing in as a member of the cast. He was also in the audience.
Oh, see, I didn't assume that. I actually thought that they went with Stanley Tucci. Like, he was walking past and they were like, hey, Stanley Tucci. And then he was standing in line and he was like, hey guys, you want to go with me to Operation Mincemeat? I got some extra tickets. And they were like, sure. So they went with Stanley Tucci.
They were sitting near Stanley Tucci.
Okay.
Because they had really good seats.
Tucci adjacent.
So they were Tucci adjacent. And
If you were
then
super close to him though, you'd be if you were really close to him though, you'd be touchy touchy. But they weren't. So they were.
they weren't,
Yeah, don't do that. Not that
because
consent.
the next day, while I was at the registration desk at the hotel, and Amy and Lucas and Hannah were standing around waiting for me to get my job done, he got off the elevator and walked through the lobby. And as I'm walking up, they're like, "Hey, Stanley Tucci just walked past. He's staying at our hotel." I'm like, "Really? Yeah, he's right over there." And so I looked, and there, I think it was Stanley Tucci. It was a taller, bald gentleman that was walking away from us. I mean, it could have been Patrick Stewart, I suppose, or one of half a dozen other people, but they claim to have also seen Stanley Tucci in the wild.
It's also possible
So
the guy that they saw at Operation Mincemeat was also the same, not Stanley Tucci, that they saw in the hotel, and they just don't know what Stanley Tucci looks like.
oh no, this was definitely Stanley Tucci because they took a picture.
Okay, got it. Okay. By the way, how did they enjoy Operation Mincemeat?
Absolutely loved it.
Okay.
It was Lucas's favorite thing that he saw, and they saw 5 shows.
It's very good.
It is so good. And we saw The Lost Boys. Highly recommend. Really, really, really good. You should, when this comes out. Did you remember the movie, right?
Didn't see it.
Lisa, just
Here's the thing.
smack him.
Vampires aren't my thing to begin with. So it's a vampire movie. Hey, have you seen the vampire? No. Movie? No. The vampire movie? No.
No. We watched The Lost Boys last night. Our plan was to watch it before the show,
Yeah.
just to kind of refresh on the story, but we didn't get it done. So then when we got home, we watched the Lost Boys movie last night. This isn't what I'm watching, but it's probably that time of the show anyway. We did not plan to go see the Rocky Horror Show at Studio 54, but we had an opening in our schedule and there were tickets available.
Okay.
So we saw that.
Perfect.
Loved that. Have you ever seen that live?
No.
You-
No. No.
I'm not even going to ask, but you're going to answer. No, you never saw Rocky Horror Picture Show. Of course not.
No. Well aware of the time warp, et cetera, but
Et
no.
cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Okay.
For a while, I was a little confused of why is the mayor of New York in Rocky Horror Picture Show, but then I was like, no, that's the different roles, different. Yeah.
Different. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we saw Schmigadoon.
And how was that?
Oh, it was great.
It's everything you expected.
Everything you expected and corn pudding. It was.
Hey, you got it right.
And yes, right. Thank you. And each of these shows is so different. You know, when we're done going, okay, then the challenge is rank what you saw as to what you liked best to worst, right? And I'm like, okay, this is first and then a tie for everything else. And they're like, no, you can't do that. I'm like, everything was so different and we saw nothing bad. We saw nothing bad. We saw nothing we were disappointed in. Just a fantastic trip. So, and that is what I was watching this week as well. So, what were you watching this week?
Last night, Lisa and I, yesterday there were 2 soccer matches that were watched by us. One was a World Cup semifinal. Enough said. The next one, however, a few hours later, Real Salt Lake hosted English side Burnley FC, in a friendly here at America First Field. So Lisa and I went over and we got to watch in-person soccer with an English side versus MLS side. What was interesting was it was very warm. This is very warm. Also, at the 60-minute mark, Burnley made a few changes. The entire team came off and an entirely new team came on. So
Line
much so,
change.
so much so that the announcer didn't even tell us the names of the people who were coming off. They just read numbers off, and then the numbers of people coming on. And Lisa goes, "Can they do that?" And I'm like, "It's a friendly. They can do whatever they wanted." But so Real Salt Lake MLS took a 6-week break for the World Cup, so they were using this as a tune-up to get right back into where they were. Burnley, which got relegated, they were in the Premier League last year and got relegated. Their season starts in 3 or 4 weeks. So they were using this as a preseason tune-up. Here's the differences. Burnley, want to play everybody we got, and then at 60 minutes, we'll put everybody else in, give everybody a run. Let's see how we're doing. Let's just check and see. We got it 3 or 4 weeks before the season. RSL, this is a friendly. Our starters play the entire time. We do not stop. We keep shooting the ball 4-1. We leave all of the starters in. This isn't a friendly. Somebody's going to go home crying, and it's not going to be us. Different approaches, different team. The teams needed different things out of it. So anyway, that's what we watched. We watched some football fairly up close. I think we were in row N. So there was quite a bit of athletes yelling at each other that you could clearly hear because the stadium wasn't that loud for most of it.
So you got one outcome you were happy with yesterday.
Here's the thing. If your home team wins a friendly, you're like, okay, I guess it's better than losing. But at the same point, I don't. Sure. Actually, Dwayne, when you play a friendly or a preseason game, what's the outcome that everybody wants? What's the best outcome?
Injuries.
No injuries. Everybody walked off the field under their own power. Victory is ours.
That's a win. That's a win right there.
Yep. Did you learn anything this week?
So first day back in the office for me today.
Yep.
I spent the day I worked from the Sigma Chi house, packed up my computer, went over to the Sigma Chi house so that I could be there to supervise the installation of new sprinkler heads.
Oh, so, yes. You talked about, do we test them or do we just replace them?
Yes. So we made the decision that there are 46 sprinkler heads. Now, if you're in a warehouse and you have 1,000 sprinkler heads or 3,000 sprinkler heads and you go and you test 4, that's a win, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to just replacing them all. We only had 46. So we made the decision that we should let's just replace all 46 of them. Spend the money that we would have spent on testing on the replacement, which is like, I don't know, maybe a quarter of the heads, the cost of a quarter of the heads to replace them that we would have spent on testing.
And if any of those 4 would have failed, you'd have paid for the testing and had to replace all of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So today was replace all day. Right.
Okay.
And we were going to replace them all because our sales guy said, well, it seems to be that it is copper piping all the way through. So we should be good to go to just replace them all out. Because if it's plastic piping, the plastic tends to degrade over the course of 20 years and get brittle. So when you go to turn the heads, it will snap. And that is bad. So we don't want to do that. So John, the head sprinkler replacement guy, shows up. We get all set up, turn off the water, turn off the alarm system. You good? You need me? You let me know. I'll be upstairs in the library working. Go upstairs, get to work. About an hour, maybe less than an hour, John's helper guy comes up. Hey, John's got a question for you. Okay. So thump, 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 downstairs I go. Hey, bad news. These are plastic pipes. Okay. So what do you think? He's like, well, I think we go to plan B. I think we should just test 4 of them because we're going to have to cut into 46 walls.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
because we're going to have to cut into the sheetrock 46 times to replace 46 sprinkler heads. let's cut into 4 of them and see what we've got and send those in to test. And then if we have to cut into the sheetrock 46 times, then we will, but only if they fail. Okay, super. That sounds, I guess, like a good plan. It's certainly cheaper to only test 4 of them.
Potentially cheaper.
Potentially cheaper, right? So, great, fantastic. Go to it. Let's see what you got, and then let me know if you have more questions. Go back upstairs. Start working again. About 45 minutes later, the assistant comes back. I'm like, yeah, this ain't good. Hey, John's got another question. Okay. So John has pulled 4 of them. And it seems as though when they were originally installed, they were installed improperly.
Okay.
Which means they are absolutely going to fail when we send them off to be tested.
I will say this.
Yes.
Not to derail your story. I'm more concerned about the 20 years of people living in the frat house that had a sprinkler system that wasn't installed properly, that should it have been needed, everybody would have gone, don't worry, we've got a sprinkler. Oh, God. No, we don't have it.
Right?
Okay. Anyway, please continue.
Because, not to derail my own story, but my question then for my sales guy was, hey, do we have any recourse on the people that installed them improperly to begin with? He's like, well, I suppose if you wanted to try to take them to court, you would need to preserve all 46 of them and then probably send all 46 of them to the lab and pay for the testing, in addition to paying for the replacement, to prove that they were installed improperly to begin with before you could file a lawsuit and hope to, you would need to have the testing done to prove that they were installed improperly, even though we can tell you they were installed improperly, but you would need to have the actual testing done in order to try to be able to recoup. It's probably, the juice isn't worth the squeeze.
I will say this, though, based off of a bunch of the idiots that we've covered, I just want to correct. I'm not a lawyer. Please don't take this as you do not need proof of to file a lawsuit. Okay.
That
at no
yes.
point in the process of filing a lawsuit do you have to check the box that says, I have proof this happened. Nobody cares. Eventually that might become a thing, but that's way, way down the line.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's fair.
Get proof, file lawsuit. Nope. File lawsuit. Then get proof or not.
And this company is still in business. Shockingly.
Bang the facts, bang the law, bang the table. Just whatever
right,
you got.
Right, there it is. Bang the facts, bang the law, bang the table. That may be the show title. So then I get my text chat going with my board of directors. And we came to the conclusion that we should just take the money that we would spend on testing and spend it on the increased cost of the installation and renovation that is going to have to occur, and not waste money on something that we think is going to fail anyway, which was the original plan. But what I learned was it's going to cost us more and take us more time than was originally intended. And meanwhile, guys, please don't burn the house down.
I can't reiterate this enough. Please don't burn the house down is always in effect. Always in effect. But for the next couple of weeks, it is even more in effect.
Really important.
After a couple of weeks, it is still in effect. It doesn't go away. just to be clear.
But I may need to have the boys listen to this podcast. Oh my God. What did you learn this week?
So the public beta for all of the new Apple upgrades that are going to be coming out in September and October, the public betas came out, and I don't believe I've ever installed a public beta on my as they say main carry device, but I did Tuesday night because I'm like, you know what? I'm hearing good things. I'm hearing it's fairly stable. Again, it's a beta. You shouldn't put it on your main device. And if you put it on your main device, understand that you will probably have some problems. If nothing else, not only with the operating system, but other applications can't release versions that have been updated to use the new version until September. So you may run into oddities. Lisa's like, why are you doing that? Is there some photo stuff? I'm like, yeah, there's some photo stuff, but I've heard really good things. It's actually more stable, faster, but I also want to try the new Siri. So downloaded everything. You have to do a full backup to your computer, or you're supposed to, and then you put it on, and then it says I'm going to index some stuff, and it's going to take a while. And I've heard some horror stories about this. You have to get in line to get Siri. You have to say I want even Siri. So I got in line. Hour later, congratulations, you have Siri. Ooh, sweet. And then it starts indexing. Here's what I learned this week. It is not perfect, but the new Siri is really, really good. Like they think they fixed it, or they fixed a lot of it. Like ridiculously good. 2 examples of things that I've done with Siri. Activated it. Hey, dingus. And then said, it's better than hey, Kevin. Anyway, you know what? Actually, though, hey, dingus. No, it's Kevin, you're good. And I simply asked Siri this question: when is my next flight? Oh no! The first question I said was, and this was on Tuesday night, I said, when is tomorrow night's match? That's all I asked it. That's it. It looked at my calendar and said, RSL versus Burnley is at 7:30 tomorrow night at America First Field. Then it was waiting for a follow-up. All I said was, where are my tickets for that? It then looked through my email and said, your tickets are in this email, and gave me a link to tap on it to pull up the tickets. That information wasn't in the calendar that it looked at. It searched through my email, found tickets from to RSL to Burnley, and said, here they are for you. That's number 1. Number 2, hey, dingus, when's my next flight? Looked at my calendar, said, okay, here's your next flight. I'm flying to the undisclosed location. And then I just simply said, when's the return leg? It looked at my calendar and found the next flight back, which, again, should an AI system be able to do this? Yes. Has Gemini probably been able to do this for years? Yes. Has Siri been able to do this ever? No, because it wouldn't know what that is. It could only handle one question at a time. Final one, Lisa sent me a text message. This is the cool thing. It now knows what's on your screen. Lisa sent me a text message saying, hey, can you do this tomorrow night? I activated Siri, and all I said with the text message up, I activated Siri and said, make me a reminder of this. And it read her text message, and it created a reminder, and she asked me to do this tomorrow night. This is yesterday. It took her text message, made a reminder, and then set the reminder due at Thursday at 6 p.m., which is tomorrow night. With all I had to do was say, make me a reminder for this. Holy crap, is this good? My phone's a little hot right now. So not everything's great, but when this thing comes out in September, I think people are going to be very, very impressed. 2 weeks from now, I'm going to be like, hey, they updated the beta and everything's broken. Don't do this. But for one glorious week, holy cow, I think they fixed most of it. You're stunned. You're stunned. The idea that they could have fixed it is amazed. You're just
I like it. You remember at one point, I don't know if it was an ad campaign or what it was, but it just works.
Yes.
That's the thing. It just works.
Yes.
Except it didn't.
Well, wait.
And now it does.
Yeah. It's very hard for them. So it used to be when they introduced the iMac, With step 1,
Yeah.
step 2, there is no step 3. It just
Yes,
works.
yeah.
That
It just
worked.
works.
Then 2 years ago, they had Bella somebody who did the whole Apple Intelligence thing, and now they're facing a class action lawsuit because they completely lied about what it could do and said that if you buy this phone, it could do it. Yes. So now they're delivering on the promise that they made then. But to your point, what you are not going to see from Apple an ad this fall is, hey, you know that thing we promised that we completely failed on? It works now. Not a good ad campaign.
The music is Happy Boy by Todd. You can subscribe to our award-winning podcast with visiting demo specialist Todd Prince.
Is this load bearing?
It's not that kind of demo. You can find us wherever you get your pods. Just search Talkin' in the number 2. There's no G and there's no space. You can always stop by and see us at the Tuba City home office. Thanks to our listeners, our sponsors, and our contributors. We appreciate you. And as always, you can send us your feedback to feedback@talkingtotodd.com. Todd?
Hey, I'm just going to point out, you may want to just, when you and Amy are catching up, maybe skip this episode of Listening with Amy, because I don't think that you clocked what you did in your travel stories. You said, there was only one upgrade left, and I told my wife, you can have the upgrade. And then you're like, I got bonus points for that because look at that, she's in first class. And then the rest of your story went, and basically because I was in the front row, I had as much legroom as she did. And then there was nobody sitting next to me, so I actually had more room than she did. And then the only difference was, nope, I got free drinks as well. So basically, you had a better experience than she did, and you put her in the worst seat. Think about this. Just be clear what you just did.
I'm going to need to have the fast forward button handy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't know what happened, man. It dropped there. Our audio got really garbled. You know what? Zencaster. Psst.
None of this is making the final cut. I guess I'm going to have to clean that up this week.
Before next week.
Until then, we're here. We're talking to Todd.
If you're going to be cutting into 46 walls, do you need a contractor? Because I got a guy. I wouldn't use yours.
I got a different guy for this project.
Oh, cool. Now it's going to be construction update at the frat house. Awesome.